Hi T-Spot community, Laura in Indiana back, and so happy to be here with you and spending a few minutes with you on this lovely Monday afternoon. I hope you all are doing well. My topic for my little presentation today is to show you that it's really easy to prep the 5 servings of tea that we recommend for getting the best health benefits all throughout the day in a relatively short period of time, in about 5 minutes. And so what I'm going to do is show you what I do. I'm a university professor, and so I am starting to looking forward to going back to school again soon. But that means I won't have access to my kitchen and won't be able to walk in here and just make tea for myself whenever I want, as I've been doing over the summer. So I'm going to show you what my prep looks like at the start of the day so that I can have a hot tea right at the start of the day, and then some other fun tea drinks throughout the course of the day that I can take with me. So I am going to start with making a hot black tea in this T-Spot little cute cup here, which I don't know that these are for sale anymore. These are just little 10 ounces with both an infuser and a lid, similar to our steep-in mugs. And then I'm going to do an iced matcha latte in this container and a cold brewed green tea in our urban tea tumbler. Looks like my sister's here, my mom's here, the T-Spot's here. Hi everyone, it's so good to see you all, virtually that is. So I will turn this over now to my kitchen view, if you can see that okay. And I will first kind of tell you what we're going to do, then I'll set a timer and we'll see if I can get all 3 of these tea drinks prepared in 5 minutes or less. So I've got Lapsang Souchong from the T-Spot here that's going to go in this hot container. Organic Matcha that I'm going to do for my iced matcha latte, and then Sweet Magnolia Green tea that I'm going to use in the urban tea tumbler. I think that's everything you need to know before we get started. If not, I'll explain as we go along, but here we go. I am going to, for transparency's sake, set a timer for 5 minutes and we'll see if we can get this all done in time. Feel free to time me too. So 5 minutes. And we're off. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this water boiling for our hot tea. So I'm just going to fill this up with water. Put it in my tea kettle right here. And turn that on. So that's started. Then I'm going to put the black tea in this container so that that's ready when the water boils. So I'll just take a couple, or actually for this smaller one, I'll just take a nice rounded spoonful and put that in this infuser that I showed you. And that's ready to go once that water is ready. Next we'll get started on our matcha latte. And I will show you how I do this really quickly. I actually use a blender for this. I'm gonna go grab some oat milk. I'll be right back. And I fill up my container about 3/4 full with whatever milk I'm using. I love it with oat milk. You can do almond milk, cow's milk, whatever you like. So that's filled up there. Looks like the water's boiling, so I'm gonna put that in our hot tea before we get too far invested in our other drinks here. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Awesome. And then grabbing my matcha, and I'm going to put 3/4 of a teaspoon of matcha in the blender. And then add that milk that we measured out in our container. And just a little bit of agave syrup. So just a little splash of that. Woo-hoo. And then we will get this going. Once I turn this on, I'm going to go grab some ice cubes to put in the matcha latte. So I'll start this. Sorry, it's gonna be a little loud, and then I'll be right back. Throw our ice cubes in, speed this up. And then it's done. So that's super simple. And we just pour this right into our container with our ice cubes. Awesome. Just so you can see, oh, spilled a little bit. It makes a really nice frothy iced matcha latte. So that's what that looks like. And then we'll get started on our cold brew. This is the Urban Tea Tumbler. It opens both from the top for you to drink from up here, like a regular bottle, but then also from the bottom. And then in the bottom, there's an infuser. And that's where we're gonna put our tea. So I unscrew this, and we're gonna put the tea right in that little container. So I pull out my Sweet Magnolia Green. I'll put a couple of scoops in there. There we go. Then this attaches right back to its base like it came from the bottom, and we just fill this up with water. And then reattach the bottom like so. You can feel free to throw a couple ice cubes in there if you want it really icy cold, but then that's all ready to go as well. So now the only thing that we're waiting on is our black tea to finish steeping. So hopefully we'll hear the alarm that I set for that to start steeping. Alexa, stop. Perfect, so we can pull this out. And I've got exactly 17 seconds left on my timer that I started. So it looks like we did it. It came in just under the wire. Can even show you. That's a little goofy. Here we are, right in time. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So I'll tell you a little bit about each of these now, and especially how we get to 5 servings, because sometimes people have questions about what a serving size of tea is. This is a smaller container. It's only about 10 ounces, and as you saw, I just put 1 heaping spoonful of tea in here, so this just counts as one of our servings. Matcha, because you're actually consuming the whole tea leaf, has a little more bang for its buck tea-wise, and so this is going to be 2 whole servings of tea since we put 3/4 of a teaspoon of matcha in there. And then this is going to be another 2 servings because it's a larger bottle, and you saw the amount of tea that I put in there. So altogether, we've got 5 servings of tea all ready to go. What I would traditionally do, probably wouldn't be making this at 4 o'clock in the afternoon as I am today, but if I'm getting ready to go to work in the morning, I would start with this. It's got the most caffeine of all 3 of these, and so it's a good way to really start waking up. So I'd start with my black tea, and then I would have this matcha latte mid-morning when I'm working at school. And then this is perfect for that mid-afternoon 2 to 3 slump when we all start to get a little sleepy, and it'll reinvigorate you. So you've got the caffeine spaced out really well throughout the day, and your body's getting those wonderful polyphenols that help your body to ward off other diseases all throughout the day, which is the best way to do it instead of in one large dose. So here is my suggested way to get your 5 servings of tea in really quickly and efficiently right at the start of the morning as we all start to head back into work and have less access to our home kitchens. I'm going to take a couple look really quickly, at a few of these comments, make sure there aren't any questions. It's so nice to see all of you guys commenting. We now offer the larger Stephen mugs, yeah, and we love those mugs. Okay, I made my sister nervous. She said she wasn't going to be able to watch this. And sorry, yes, it's a Starbucks container, Mom, but it's so cute because it's clear, so you can see the really nice picture of the matcha. Yeah, and it looks great with your green matcha. So please, as always, let us know if you've got any questions about anything that we present in these presentations. Excuse me. And any questions that you've got at all about loose leaf tea and your journey in the tea world. I've heard a lot of times for people who aren't as familiar with loose leaf tea that they're intimidated by it, or it's too fussy or too much work. But as you can see, first of all, it's not that complicated. And then secondly, with some of these devices that my mom has designed, it really does take all of the guesswork and all of the fussiness out of loose leaf tea. You saw I just threw this in here, and then I can put it in my backpack. I can have it with me all day. I can even keep refilling it. So once I've consumed this tea in the late afternoon, I can just walk over to the water fountain, refill it, and then it will re-steep, and then I've got more fresh brewed, cold brewed tea for me to consume later in the day if I need to work late. So there are a lot of wonderful gadgets that will help you if you are a little intimidated by the world of loose leaf tea. And we're always happy to help explain or show you the ropes with those if you're not quite as familiar with them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. It was great to spend time with you again on this Monday afternoon, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.